Hey YouTubers, Hike with Mike here, of course. Time for another Swamp Talk. Hope you enjoy. Hey YouTubers, Hike with Mike here, of course. Try to talk louder. We've got this raging stream because of all the rain that we've had, which is kind of cool. Today's Swamp Talk is about realizing at some point that you set out on your own life, on your own terms. And I thought about this because I went to my local grocery store and I ran into a former student that I had, and this student had a good friend in one of my classes, and I was asking, oh, do you ever see the other person? And my student said, no, off to college and not really communicating anymore. And she just said, that's just how it is. And I said, you know what, you're right. Now you're out of high school and now you determine your own path and make your own mark on life. And I think it can be a little bit tough because when you're in high school and even earlier, you have your set of buddies that you hang out with and you think you're going to stay connected with them forever. But life changes, situations changes, you move, you travel, and things like that. And that's the thing about graduating is that those best buds, you thought you'd be best buds forever, you know, you start to hike your own path and not walk the well-worn path that you and your buddies always walked. It's kind of like that cheesy video from the 80s, Desert Moon, you know, where Dennis DeYoung comes back and he meets all his buddies and everything's all the same, but it's really not like that. Most of us, you know, we move on, you know, we find our own path, you know. And I've loved, you know, the buddies I had, and I still keep in contact with several of them too. And when I think about my old friends and our misadventures, it always brings a smile to my face. But the thing that changes everything, at some point you'll meet the person that will become your life. And that's all you're going to focus on. And your allegiance to old friends will fall by the wayside. You know, that's just the way it is. That's the way it's supposed to be. And, you know, so expect that as you go, for my younger viewers, expect that as you get older. That's part of life, you know. Friends will fade away. They're not always fade away. You can always contact them, but you're not going to have like that, you know, almost blood brother type of allegiance that you once had, because you make your own life, your own families, and that's okay. That's all right. So that's my Swamp Talk for today. That was just a conversation, and then all these ideas and emotions flew into my head, and you know, it just how succinct, you know, the response from my student was when I said, oh, did you see, you still hang around with so-and-so? No, so-and-so went to college and doing this and that. And she just said, that's just the way it is. And I just smiled at her and said, you know what, you're right, that's the way it is. But that's okay.